Today's installment of At Home with the Who's, presented in part by Audi of Charlottesville, is taking us to the home of one Marques Hagans. He is one of those few Wahoos who has had the distinction of making a name for himself both on the field as a student athlete and then on the sidelines as a coach for his alma mater. Marques, how you holding up, my friend?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What about yourself?
I can't complain. Things are. I don't know that I got the view that you do working from your home right now from behind you, but hey, man, you've always been about versatility as a wide
Mhm.
receiver, as a quarterback for your team back in the day, and now coaching wideouts. What is the life of a coach in self-quarantine like these days?
It's quite interesting, but with Zoom, it's actually allowed us to kind of tap into something we really didn't know about. At least I didn't as a coach before the quarantine. So now with recruits and you're able to engage more and do more as far as football stuff with recruits, and also with the players, it's allowed us to connect. At every place that our players are. So we really haven't missed the beat as far as the learning and the things that we want to install as of that nature. The only thing that we've missed is the spring ball. But as far as connection and communication, we've really done a really good job of staying connected with our players through Zoom.
Yeah, so give us a little insight how y'all conduct meetings and coach your guys when they're scattered around the country during a time like this.
So we've tried to do as much as we can to bring like a normal day. With having like the team meeting from Coach Mendenhall, to having the best day ever with George, and then kind of going offense and defense, and then we kind of split up from there and go in position meetings. So everybody has a Zoom code that they call into, and so we'll all be on one call as far as the team meeting. Then we'll go to special teams. Actually, I apologize, and then offense and defense, and then we'll go to individual position meetings from there. So
How excited were you to hear Joe Reed's name called during the NFL draft?
just ecstatic, and just to know where he started from. And we joke all the time. We actually had a workout today, me and Joe, and so just to know where he came from, when he came to camp, when he got his offer. I still remember his dad really being like overwhelmed and excited the day we offered him. And it didn't take long for him to say yes. And just who he has become in our program and what he's done for our program, and for him to get drafted, I wasn't surprised, because he's a very committed person to his process. Day in and day out, he's got his hours accounted for every day. He has goals. He's driven, and all he wants to do is figure out how can he get better and help the team. And so it's been a pleasure to coach Joe, and I'm really really excited for him. LA is getting a really good player.
With no NFL mini camps here, a lot of players are still on hold to try out, and that includes a guy like HOOS Dubois.
Hmm.
What have you advised him during this time?
Just stay patient. Just keep working out. And I think the unfortunate timing of the virus hitting and when it did, and talk to him almost every other day just to check in on him. But he's doing well. He's coming back Friday to get his stuff out of his apartment. He's a graduate. He's excited about that, and as am I. It's a two-way street to get your degree and have the opportunity to play in the NFL. So he's got one part. We're just waiting to see if we can get the other part.
One of the other byproducts of this situation is all these games, these sports channels have been re-airing some of the great games of yesteryear and to fill some of the time in lieu of actual live events. But you starred in a couple of those games. I got to ask you, have you had a chance to kick your feet up with some of those old memories and watch that previous life at all in any of those replays?
I'd be lying to you, Dave. I have not. Honestly, my days are so long and just busy. By the time I get to the evening and the boys actually go to bed, like I'm right behind them. Like I'm tired.
Yeah, those boys of yours, they will keep you on your toes. And I got
Yes.
to ask, with Christopher and Jackpot, their fixtures at practices and games, so it begs the question, who misses football practices and games more, the boys or you?
I think probably practice more so me, because a lot of those practices they don't get to come until the spring, because during the season we practice in the morning. But they miss being around the guys too. And sometimes when we were having our evening meetings, they got a chance to see the guys via Zoom, and we got a lot of the guys together on a Zoom call for birthday calls for both of those guys. I miss practice too. I miss being around my guys. I love my guys. It's part of my passion of doing what I do. Fulfilling my purpose. So I'd be lying saying I didn't miss the guys and miss practice, but understanding that there's a bigger issue at hand right now, and safety is the most important thing.
I want to start off our lightning round of questions here. Um,
Okay.
And let's go with, mentioned you've made some memories as both a coach and a player here, but favorite memory of a play or a game during your career at UVA?
Punt return against West Virginia is probably one of my favorite plays. Just, man, those guys and on punt return, man, we have been fighting so hard to take one to the house, and it came on the right day. It was my birthday. I threw a touchdown on a trick play. I returned the punt. And, the funny thing about it, the night before I was sick as a dog. Like, I was getting IVs all night. I got IVs all day. They didn't think I was going to play. But I was like, man, there's no way I'm not going to play. And, Doc McKnight told me he put something special in my IV, and he must have, because I went out there and returned the punt, threw a touchdown, and we won the game. So that's probably my favorite memory, returning that punt against West Virginia.
What was your favorite UVA, since you've graduated, your favorite UVA sports memory outside of football was?
Basketball team winning the national championship. I think and that's no slight to take away from baseball and, soccer and lacrosse. It was just how basketball, went through the year previous and getting bounced in the first round, and then coming back to complete the whole cycle and finish it the whole way.
What do you miss most about sports?
I just miss being around the guys, and you take for granted sometimes, like, how much of an impact and how much of your day that they consist of and how much they mean to you. So I just miss being around the guys and, meetings and practice and, just checking on them. And I miss my guys. So I would probably say just miss being around the guys the most.
Your favorite place on grounds was while you were here and is now?
Was probably Newcomb. We met up at Newcomb all the time to eat lunch, and back then we had practice in the afternoon, so we would all meet up for lunch at Newcomb and then catch the bus over to the McHugh. So I would probably say then was Newcomb. Probably now, can I say the stadium?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would probably say the stadium. We get, that's a big part of what we do, throughout our year at the stadium. So I'd probably say the stadium is my favorite.
Favorite place to eat in Charlottesville is?
I got a couple, man. Like, I don't know if I have one necessarily, but I love, and man, my guy Kevin Backey, I love Fitzroy. I love the chicken sandwich they have, the pork chop. All-time favorite would probably be Wood Grill, because that's something that we ate all the time when I was in college. A short second would be between the Corner and Mel's Restaurant. Like, those, I really love eating there. I know it's not the most healthy, but man, I love, and Phil, man, those guys and Mel, those are really good people. So as much as I love the food, I love the people.
What life lesson did you learn from your experience at UVA as a student that has stayed with you?
That I was capable of more. And, coming out of high school, really didn't think that I would meet the requirements to be a UVA student and graduate from here. But my time here and the resources and the people who believed in me, from, Catherine Jarvis to Christy Bites, man, I was capable of a lot more. And I think a lot of people, given the opportunity to be a Virginia Cavalier as a student athlete, if they believe that they are capable and more, and people believe in them, that they can achieve almost anything. And so that really taught me a lot.
All right, there it is. At Home with the Who's, presented by Audi of Charlottesville, the man, the myth, the legend. He's one of the good guys in sports, Coach Marques Hagans. Thanks for joining us, my man.
Thanks for having me, Dave. We got to get on the bike soon, man.
Absolutely. That's a whole nother episode. We hope you'll join us next week when we catch up with former UVA basketball star London Parentes on Tuesday night.